Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to trim a video in React Native's new architecture for Android using the Media3 transformer library. So let's get started. So first I have one button. So here I want to show you that I have hard coded this 10. This is like 10 seconds, ending time is 20 seconds. So whichever video you pick, it will be trimmed from 10 to 20 seconds, but you can obviously change this value to whatever you feel like. It takes in milliseconds, that's why I have to write it 10,000 or 20,000. Okay, so yeah, let's see. So first I have this button called pick video. If I click on it, it first asks me for permission. Now this permission is for saving file to external storage. So once I have the trimmed video, I also want to save that file to external storage, right? That's why this permission is not for picking video from a video picker. Okay, now I will scroll down to my React Native app. So here is my React Native app. So the user has to give this permission. This is a new thing, a newer Android device called manage external storage permission. For older Android devices, we had to use read write external storage permission. I have also covered that in this particular tutorial code. So you should be good to go. So if I give this particular permission, if I go back, here you can see my image picker has opened. So video picker, sorry. And if I click on this video, it starts play. It will open a video picker. So as you can see, it has opened the video picker. I'll just lower down the audio, sorry. I mean, it's very, oh, sorry about that. Okay, I'll just pick the video again. Like by mistakenly I just clicked on that logged button. So I'll just like lower down the audio because it's very difficult to speak if there is an audio playing. Now if I click on convert, as you can see there is a progress bar being displayed. So it will start the trimming process. If your trimming length is very big, this might take little bit of time, so be patient. So yeah, but unfortunately I can't show you that. As you can see, the second video has stopped playing because it was only 10 seconds long, right? Now there is one bug with React Native, like if I click on the video, as you can see, you are not able to see that seek bar or the progress bar of how much video has played, the play pause button. Even though I have configured it properly, there is an issue with React Native, which I will talk about in a bit as well later on once I start showing you the code. But yeah, unfortunately this is a bug. Like I have managed to fix that bug, but the problem what happens is that if I fix that bug, this particular video player which you see, the top video player which plays the original video, it occupies the entire screen. Then the convert button also occupies the entire screen, so you don't see the first video player because the convert button is on top of it. So I'm not really sure how to resolve this issue, but anyways, let's get started about the code. Also, you need to keep two documentation handy. So first, keep this turbo modules documentation handy, as well as this fabric native module documentation handy, because I will be copying a lot of code from this documentation. So let's get started. So as usual, create a React Native project. The next thing is inside package.json, firstly you will have to enable the new architecture. For that you can just search for new arc enabled and you will find it inside gradle.properties of Android. You will have to make this as true. Once you do that, okay, let me just write it over here so that it is for my future reference as well in case I don't forget it. Okay, next, inside package.json I have added this React Native image picker. This will actually help us to pick video from our video picker. So because I don't want to write that native code as well, and this library already supports the new architecture, that's why I've added this. So add this dependency. Okay, the next thing is regarding permission. Now as you know, React Native already supports this particular permission, like right, permissions.android request multiple permission. But as I told you, for newer Android devices we require manage external storage permission. There is at least when I'm recording this, there is no third party library available for this. There is no direct permission available from permissions Android of React Native. That's why I have to create a turbo module for this. So as you can see, this is only for manage external storage permission, and I will be following the turbo modules doc. So keep this documentation handy. So first create a folder called rtn my permission. Inside that create a file called package.json. I have copy pasted everything from docs. Only this name has been changed, this has been changed, this has been changed, and this has been changed. Next I have created a podspec file. Again I have copy pasted everything from docs, and only this name has been changed. Next I have created a JS folder. Inside that I have created a TypeScript file. And firstly again I have copy pasted everything from docs, and here I have created two methods. First, to check whether the current app which you are running on, the current the current device on which your app is running on, whether it is above Android Q or not. If it is above Android Q, then only we require this manage external storage permission. If not, then we will ask for read write external storage permission. Okay, so I have created one method to check this, and second method to get the manage external storage permission, and this name I have changed. Next you will have to create an Android folder. Inside that you will have to create a build.gradle file. Again I have copy pasted everything from docs. I have just changed this version to 8.3.0. I am using Kotlin Android. Compile HDK version is 34. I have added this namespace permission of rtn my permission as well, and here I am using Kotlin standard lib of 1.9.22, and this namespace has been changed. Next you will have to create a folder of src main java com rtn my permission, and here I have created my permission package.kt. Again I have copy pasted everything from docs. Only this name has been changed, this has been changed, this, and this. Okay, now we will have to create this my permission module.kt as well. So here I have created this my permission module.kt. Again I have copy pasted everything from docs. The only thing which you will have to change is one more thing which I want to tell you is, I have my Android Studio open. Okay, my permission module, because there is one thing which was deprecated. Okay, so I think this is deprecated, right? So what I'll do is, again you won't see this inside Android Studio because you haven't run code generation part yet. So what they are saying is has constants has been removed, right? So what we can do is has constants, we don't require this. Okay, as you can see now this method is no longer deprecated. I'll just copy this and paste it inside my permission package.kt. Okay, so again make sure you change this bit of code as well. I have added one extra boolean that was a deprecated method which I was using. Sorry about that. Then we will come back to my permission module.kt. Again I have copy pasted everything from docs. Here I have added this activity event listener as well as one promise, and here the overriding this method we are initializing our activity event listener and here we are checking whether it is above Android Q, and this is how you can check it. And if it is greater than equal to Android R, then that means true. So yeah, return true value. And to get manage external storage permission, we are first checking for this particular method, and if this particular method gives us true, that means we have permission. If not, then we open the settings app as you can see over here, and once the setting app is opened, we again check for manage external storage permission whether the user has toggled that checkbox or not. If yes, resolve it as true, otherwise resolve it as false. And yeah, rest everything is same. So this name is important, whatever is your folder name, and here we are just overriding these methods, right? So yeah, this is done, rtn my permission. Then coming back to our rtn my player, so this will show the convert button, the original video, the transformed video, as well as the progress bar. Okay, for that you will have to follow this fabric module documentation. So first create a folder called rtn my player. So I'll just rtn my player, then create a file called package.json. again I have copy pasted it from docs. Only this name changes, this changes, and this changes, everything else remains the same. Then I have created a js folder. Inside that I have created a typescript file. Again I have copy pasted it from docs. Only I have added a url of prop, because once we pick a video we get the url, and once we have the url then only we will send that url back to native side. And this name I have changed, so rtn my player name has been changed. Next, create an android folder. Inside that create a build.gradle file. Again I have copy pasted it from docs. I have updated the gradle version to 8.3.0. I have added apply plugin kotlin android. Compile hdk version is 34. Namespace I have changed. Main hdk version is 24. Target hdk is 34. And here I have added kotlin standard lib 1.9.22. here exoplayer ui and exoplayer hls are for playing video. Common, effect and transformer are for applying any kind of transformation like the one we are applying of trimming the video. And here I have added lifecycle dependency as well, because I want to make use of kotlin coroutines. Then inside src main java com rtn my player, so create all this folder. First create my player package.kt. again I have copy pasted this from docs. Only this name has been changed, and this has been marked as unstable because inside player manager we are using this my player, which has some of the apis like the Media3 transformer apis are little bit unstable at the time of me recording this video, but I think by the time you watch it they will become stable, so you won't require this unstable api annotation. Okay, otherwise everything has been copied from docs and only this names has been changed this. Okay, and here we are initializing our player manager. Again, as you can see over here, I have copied it from docs. I have added this unstable annotation, but I think you can remove it by the time you watch it. Again, everything has been copied from docs. Only this names has been changed. My player everywhere. Rest everything has been copied from docs. This name has been changed. This, and here we are giving back the my player value. And as soon as we get the URL prop, we are inside the my player. I have a method called init input player. So we are passing that particular URL value to our init input player method. So I'll show you that method in a bit. So you will have to create this kotlin file class. Now you can just copy paste all this particular imports which I have. Then again maybe you can remove this at once like at the time you are watching it. So here I have created our player, our passing activity as well, and here I have created our linear layout, a lifecycle event listener. This transformer.listener will give us two method on completed as well as on error. So with the help of that we can track whether the transformation was successful or not. And here I have one lifecycle owner method as well, like extending as well, because I want to make use of kotlin coroutines. And given that I am extending lifecycle owner, we have to write this boilerplate code. Then this handler as well as progress holder will help us to track how much progress has happened. So sorry about that, like I haven't shown you the progress part. So what I can do is, so here you can see once you click on the convert button you get two variables, so two values, like this one which you see at the top start 1 or 2 and at the end it becomes 0. This is a progress state. Okay, so the what progress state it is in. And this 0 to 94 which you see is actually how much progress has happened. Now I know it hasn't reached till 100 because I have added a 500 milliseconds delay, but you can also check if this progress state becomes 0, that means the transformation or the conversion has completed. All right, so this is the progress holder, and here I have created our two exo players, two player views, one button and one progress bar. Here I have created our file name, playback position is 0, play when ready is true, created our transformer. Here I have created our file, and here I have created our local video URL. I have added an lifecycle event listener to this, and here we are creating our layout params, assigning it to our linear layout. Here I am creating our player view, and here I am assigning height as 500. Then we are showing all those buttons. So here you can see even though I am showing all the buttons, they are not really visible on the React on our app. This is a React native bug because same code I'm using on Flutter as well as on native Android side, and it works fine. And in a way I have resolved the issue, but like I told you, then it causes other problems of overlapping views. Okay, I will show you how I resolved it as well, but I don't think it is 100% perfect, otherwise I have used it. Then here we are initializing our button, adding it to our linear layout, setting layout params, adding a click listener as well. Here we are creating our output player view is similar to input player view, only difference is it is invisible by default, so as you can see over here. Then we are initializing our progress bar, and that is also invisible by default, and adding it to our linear layout. So here you can see this is the method which we were calling previously. So this will initialize our input player, this will initialize our output player, this will release our player, this will call setup transformer, and this will help us to transform our video. So as you can see inside setup transformer, if a video is already playing, we stop that video from our output player and call transform video, and inside transform video we display our progress bar. Then we create an array list of effect which is empty by default. Then here we are initializing our transformer, here we are creating our input media item, and here I have hard coded it like 10,000 millisecond and 20,000 millisecond, but here you can change value to whatever you feel like. Then here we are creating our edited media item, and here we are creating our external file, starting our transformer. Then here we are tracking our state. So like I told you, right, this progress state will be either 0, 1 or 2, and this progress holder dot progress will be from 0 to 100, and here I have added that 500 milliseconds delay, that's why it didn't reach till 100. Now instead of, so this progress state not started, it means 0. So if I open it in Android Studio, I can, again you won't see this in Android Studio because we haven't run that code generation part yet, but once that is done you would be able to see this code in Android Studio as well. So if I go to RTN my player, okay, and okay, I'll come back. Oh, so here you can see 0 means progress state not started, okay, 1 means progress state waiting for availability, 2 means progress state available, so that's how it is. 3 means progress state unavailable, so that way you can track. Then coming back to our code, so here we are creating our external file. This is the logic for saving file to external storage. Now even I have copy pasted this code from online. This only works on API like API 29 and above, but if you want to support API like below 29, you can watch my video on how to save file to downloads directory. Now this does not save files to downloads directory, this saves file to DCIM folder, which is the recommended practice for saving video. Now given that we were extending transformer.listener, we have two methods, on completed and on error as well. So on completed, we will display our output player, initialize it, save file to external storage, and hide our progress bar. On error, we are hiding both output player as well as progress bar and displaying a toast message. And inside on host pause, we are just overriding this method and releasing our player. Okay, now once all this stuff is done, first thing which you will have to do is you will have to open your terminal, go to the root of your React Native project, first run this command. So then you will have to run this particular command. Once you run both of this command, you will have to do cd ... it will move you outside your React Native project. Then you will have to run this particular command, but here instead of rnapp trim, you will have to write your own project name. As you can see, my project name is rnapp trim. So over here as well as over here, you will have to replace it, and this is our folder name. Similar stuff, again run this particular command, but again change your project name over here as well as over here, and this is our folder name. Once that is done, you will have to cd to the Android folder. So I will write that one as well, cd to the main Android folder, and then run this particular command. So this will do code generation for Android. And once that is done, we will have to come back to our React Native code. and here I have added our image picker, like which will help us to pick video. Here I have added our player component fabric, and this is our turbo module for getting manage external storage permission. Here I have created a use state. Here I am using use window dimension as well. Now as you can see, I have created this button, and on click of it I am first checking if the device is above Android Q. If yes, then I am calling manage external storage permission. If that is given, then only we call pick video method, which I will come back to in a bit. If less than Android Q, then we are requesting for read write external storage permission. If that is given, then only we call pick video, otherwise I am just logging a console message. And if you see pick video, we are filtering by media type videos only, so that we only see videos, and once the user picks a video, we get the video URI and we set it to our use state variable. Once we have that, then only I am showing our RT and my player component, and I am passing our video URI. So yeah, I think that's it. Then you can run your application. Now suppose if you want to do this for a video which is present on a network URL. Okay, so here as you can see, I just passed this particular video. Now the advantage, so here as you can see, I have this video playing which is from a network URL. If I click on convert, it should like trim this particular video. So as you can see, it has trimmed this video, which is only 10 seconds long. Again, I am not able to show this. I'll show you that code exactly. But before doing this trim thing, like before passing this particular video URL, you will have to make sure that you have already given this manage external and read write external storage permission, because I already have it, right? In the first output or the first demo which I shown you, I have already have the required permission, because once you click on the convert button, and once the video has been converted, I am automatically saving it to external storage. If you don't want to save it to external storage, then don't worry, then you will also have to remove this particular code, this add video to gallery API. You will have to completely remove this code from your logic, so it depends on you. The next thing is, you also need to go to Android manifest, and here as you can see, I have added this internet permission, read write external storage permission, as well as manage external storage permission over here. And now if you open your folder, Android folder inside Android Studio, and just do a Gradle sync, then you should see this RT and my permission as well as this RT and my player as well. Okay, next also, okay, yeah, I want to show you one more thing. My player package, my player. I think I must have removed those two methods. Where did it go? Yeah, I think I must have removed those two methods, but basically what I was doing was, I was doing a relayout. As soon as this was completed, all this initialization stuff was completed, I was doing a relayout. I will quickly get that code and show it to you. Okay, so this were the two methods which I was calling setup layout hack as manually layout children, and I was calling this setup layout hack over here. It just doesn't work. If you want, you can try it, like I have already tried it. It just doesn't work for me. But if you have a better way, like we have to relayout it once this is done. That's why this buttons on our video player are not showing up. But yeah, it does work on native Android as well as Flutter, the exact same code. So I'm not really sure what the issue is. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.